This is Elitom El-Amin Breatharian, and this is day 2 of the Breatharian Fasting journey. Last night was a wonderful night. I didn't hardly get no sleep. It's choppy when you're a breatharian. You got a lot of energy, and this is the season when the full moon is out, so again, but it doesn't matter. When we say even sleep is overrated, the healthier the organism, the less sleep you're gonna have, because it's all about brain health. But there was a lot I did last night. For number one, of course, I watched some great documentaries, different things surfing the net, so I'm glad for that. They're wonderful writing, new ideas coming. But then again, this morning around 5:30, I had a client that was way in Chicago, so anytime I can do it. So 5:30 we met, and it was so good because I love working with people because we work through different meditations, and it's not so much of me helping somebody else, I get to do it. Now I do it anyway, but always keep this in mind. There's a difference working with somebody else or a group than working by yourself. So you should try to get both of those inputs in life. There is that thing called a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. But I love being in a group settings too, because it's a different energy and we need both of them moving. But me and the person, what we talked about too was, we always talk about the 4 or 5 elements that we live in and how they relate to the body. But at the same time, I was trying to get them to understand, which they got it, to get used to their own energy signature. Everybody has their own energy signature. There's no 2 fingerprints the same, no 2 tongue signatures, no 2 brains that are the same. That's just the way it is. And that's a good thing because you got your own specific flavor, your own specific energy. So when you're doing your spiritual walk, yes, everybody's getting the same information, but try to tweak it the best fit for you. That's why sometimes when people ask me, what do I do? What do I do? Because they want to mimic it. But I be trying to put into them, I'm showing you something, but at the end of the day, you have to tweak it to really fit you. And that's what you really have to get into. It's good to take instructions, because you should, but take it and really start working with it and see how your energy feel dealing with duration, dealing with should you do it in the morning or the evening, when you got the best energy. Then you got to look at your own personal schedule, because everybody got different schedules too. Like I said, different home situations, different relationships. And what I mean by relationships, not so much the intimate ones. Everybody in your life is some form of a relationship. And that's good too. You don't want to get the hermit idea. I know that we're in an age where we got the introvert. But even then, you have to force yourself to get around other people, because being secluded like that too long can cause problems, because we're social creatures by nature. So have both of those things going on, dealing with balance. And going back to the elements in the body, it's all about balance. And we're going to talk more about that, because we've been talking about it. It sounds good as people philosophize and put it into poetry, but now we have to bring it down to earth for real on what we're talking about, because this is necessary for the breatharian journey. Now it's time to go to the beach. And again, I've been up mostly all night, but I've been having a good time. Got so much done, again, by waking up early. And now I'm ready to go hit the beach and do my routine. The workout, I did the ab workout again. And it's even, every day there's changes. Because like I said, I'm gonna rock that 6-pack, you know what I mean? Might as well have fun. It's your body. Take it to the highest potential possible to make you happy. Now here we are at the wonderful beach. And, but however, look at this garbage and trash. Because everybody, the tourists is here. Everybody was partying last night. And it's amazing. Water bottles, beer bottles, soda pop bottles. People just drink it and throw it on the beach. This is nature. Oh man, all down the beach. Now, of course, they got a cleanup crew out here. Thank God. But I wouldn't even have the mind to do that. And during the lockdown, a lot got cleaned up because humans had to what? Take a time out. And I've seen a lot of nature coming out, everything getting cleaned up. But again, slowly they're being let back out. And when you see this, oh my gosh. There's a whole education that has to take place for these upcoming generations. It's going to take a minute. It's not going to happen overnight. But this is where we at, living on this beautiful planet. But this is also a lesson about our physical body. Like I told you, we was talking about the 5 elements last night. The earth represents your physical body, the skin, the bone, the hardness of it. Now, we're not even going into the other elements of the water, the air, and the fire, but the earth. So it's just like how they just polluted this natural landscape. When you're dealing with the food, there's many different ways to deal with it, but what we're dealing with is over-toxification, toxicity in the physical body. That's number one, what people got to understand. So it's sort of like this beach. You got this nice, beautiful landscape of your body, and it can get rid of pollutants, toxicity, and stuff like that. That's what it does by its nature. When you go to a junkyard, everything that's there is one day going to dissolve. It has time periods on it. So it's saying like when we eat something, that's why I say don't beat up on yourself. Your body's going to get rid of it, so that's not the problem when people are overtaking it. But the problem is the over-toxification. You're putting more in than what's coming out, bottom line. I was talking to somebody one day and they was like, I had trouble losing weight. And I said the basis of it, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Good to see you this morning. Looking good.
Actually, you give me a motivation and inspiration. That's the reason
Oh, you got your motivation, huh? Right.
That's it.
The consistency, come on out, so we inspire each other. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, actually, you got it. Maybe believe that's my dream. So,
Right.
at this age, you maintain it so well.
Right.
That's an absolutely phenomenal thing.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the good compliment.
If you don't mind, can I take a picture with you?
Oh, sure. I'm photogenic. I love pictures.
You are. You are.
Oh, man. And which view is the best? Should we go this way? No. The sun should be.
Let me check.
But that's what we're talking about. The body, taking care of it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't come.
La la. All right, thanks, brother.
Thank you. You got the Instagram page and YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You gonna be out here for a minute? All right, I'll come back through.
What's the name of the channel?
Elitom El-Amin. E-L. You got it? I-T-O-M.
I-T-O-M.
And I should be the first one. Elitom El-Amin.
And I mean, you're Muslim?
Well, I got Muslim traits in me. I know all about it.
The roots are from Muslim.
Yeah, I know all about it. I'm part of everything.
So yeah, you're basically from which root and which region? Sudan or Somalia?
Well, actually, I'm a god. I'm from the heavens.
You can say that.
Right.
Amazing.
He's a Muslim, so of course he was asking me about my last name, which is cool. But see, I'm at the level now where I'm rolling above all of this. On what level we can say I got it all? I could be all religions, or I could be none at all. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And even I got to do a lesson on that word God again, so we go deeper with it. But I had to come with it. Hey, brother, I had to come with it so people can wake up, a little bit. We don't need to keep playing that game as we keep on growing in our development, because if you're growing in your development, that means you're also going to have to outgrow things. Other than that, some things, if you don't outgrow it, it can stagnate your growth. And when that takes place, that's what we call that the organism is abnormal. I use the word retarded. Something's wrong, there's a problem. So that's what we want to do. We want to start really getting these concepts, and so we can grasp it and work with it for real so that we can grow. That's what we're trying to say. But anyway, going back to the earth, y'all got my concept. Over-toxification. So we say keep the energy flowing. And even a person I was talking to last night, it was amazing. Sometimes I think a person knows what I'm saying, but I have to go back over it again and again and go deeper just with certain words so you can get the definition. But just like I said, that word flowing. Some people will be like, what do you mean by get the energy flowing? Yeah, everybody don't know what that means. So the more and more I teach, the more and more I'm finding this out as I go from place to place. You can speak the same language, but you're still looking at it differently from your definition and your point of view. It's tough, but we get the job done. But we learn as we go and keep on going. And this is another beautiful day starting out. Again, I'm about to do my stretching up, walk back and forth, and give me a nice workout in. This is day 2. Look, no food and water. Do I look famished? Starting out the day? We're going full go. This isn't fasting. This is living on prana. All right, the day is still going wonderful. Out on the beach, had a good time. But now I'm in another part of Goa. It seems such like a tropical island, don't it? Now you hear the noise in the background, people's going to work over there. But got a wonderful workout in this morning, and I didn't go hard. Just nice. Mainly I just sat, looked at the ocean, but I met many, many people again. It's beautiful. Having lovely conversations. It's a beautiful world, but you're feeling good and you're putting out a good energy. But now I'm here to get my massage. That's why I'm here. So I'm a little early. And this is one of my friends. We got a good bartering deal. Bartering still exists. They're coming to my retreat in exchange for a series of massages. So that's awesome. These been some good ones too. I'm a massage connoisseur. Now last year when I went to Thailand, which that's like one of the massage capitals of the world, I took on a challenge where I got at least 2 massages a day. That's awesome, at least. My highest massage getting in a day is 3. But this is what I came out with. Every day I start forming a body. Hey, what you doing? You don't know me, huh? You're still nice. But every day, it was forming the body more and more, and I found out that a massage is like a deep meditation. Because your whole goal, as soon as you lay down, relax, and the practitioner will basically read your body to see where they need to go next. And it's beautiful in that relationship. And the body just start going into deep relaxation, things that need to be loosened up. That's the whole goal of meditation. So massage is another form of meditation. So like I said, I'm a little early here, but they'll be coming soon. But I don't mind. Look at this. This is part of the Breatharian journey again, my lifestyle. I'm just hanging out, don't have nothing to do. But again, here I am running around from early this morning. It's about noon now. No eating, no drinking. Do I look famished or parched? No. Mucus is out of the system. That's number one when you start learning that. Little or no mucus. So especially the denser foods you eat, anything you eat is going to change the blood. Your blood actually could get thinner or thicker depending on what you eat. And that all counts for the Breatharian journey. This is like You're getting in tune with your body. Know your body. Know how you feel. Know how you're supposed to feel. Know when things aren't feeling right. That is the body communicating with you and talking to you. And the body always tells the truth. Oh man, this is awesome. Well, I'm pretty tightened up, huh? I was doing that little cut-up stuff. A lot of repetitions, because like I said, I don't go bulk because you don't really need to. When you have little or no body fat, it's easy to cut up the body. So but this look pretty cool, doesn't it? Breatharian journey. Perfect health is time management. Peace. All right, I'm almost ready to flow. Good massage for the body. And the oil we're using is rosewood and patchouli. These oils mean a lot when you get your massages.
Organic, good quality.
Right. And like they say, you should don't put nothing on your skin that you wouldn't eat. So this is gonna get into my blood, soak through the skin. Skin is sucking it up. Everything gonna be real good to go. So we're getting it all ready. And I'm about to go in paradise for an hour. Voila, this is the Breatharian lifestyle. Here I go, chilling out at the beautiful beach. And it's in the evening now, my Breatharian second day. Well, to show you the second day of the unfooding, as we call it. But I got my massage earlier, as you saw, and man, that was great. A lot of healing took place. Like I said, you always keep healing because you always keep picking up stuff. So even when you're healing your past, what does that mean? As you keep living day-to-day life, don't be worried about getting into new things and picking up other people's energies. Once you learn how it's all an energetic thing, you start removing it day by day. Yeah, that's why usually when not only myself but a teacher teach a big class and you just start teaching a lot of people, you're picking up everybody's energies and you need time alone to wash that off you. So not only on that level, but just in everyday life. Oh man, so it's all energy again. But she used those oils, putting it into my skin. And your skin actually absorbs the oils and it goes into your blood. That's why I said earlier, don't put nothing on your body, nothing on your skin that you wouldn't eat. Now this is also a hack code, just like hacking a computer, because you're a biocomputer. When you're going on a journey, you can start taking advantage of different oils, essential oils, regular different types of oils, rubbing them on the skin, rubbing them on the scalp, because you know it's going to absorb itself in the body, and those chemical reactions will still start taking place because it's going into the blood and still carrying out a certain way. And it'll be better than actually when you're putting more of that heavier stuff in the mouth. See, we was just under the impression that the only way to feed yourself or nourish yourself was through the mouth. That was the problem. But you're nourishing yourself from so many different ways. The skin, the eyes is nourishing you. Do you know your eyes is the only place that don't have blood vessels? So therefore, and your blood carries oxygen and stuff all around the body, to oxygenate the cells, when you go through breath work and all of that. So if the eyes don't have that, the eyes get oxygen and energy directly from the atmosphere. You see what I'm saying? It's these little tweaks that you're learning on the Breatharian journey. And I used to think everybody knew this stuff, but when you see all these people out here, they don't know all the same thing. This is why teaching and education is so important, to make people aware, to make them informed that these things could take place. And then once you inform people of things, it's up to them on how they want to eat it. Because that's also nourishment. It's how you eat it. Food for the soul, we call it. Oh man. So again, perfect practice made perfect. And it's late in the evening. And I had a mellow day. I didn't make this video as long as yesterday's Because today just been all mellowed. I just been hanging out, that's all. But tomorrow, hopefully, I want to do more into the workout routine so I can share it with you, especially when it comes down to the calisthenics part. Because a lot of people still confused on that, on the breatharian journey, because we still just got that image in our mind of somebody just shriveled up, not eating, and that's how it's going to be. Now, I know people ask I shouldn't say that. People ask questions sometimes on, well, can you still be real fat just through thinking and stuff like this? I'm not endorsing that. I don't know nothing about that. Your body is your mind. What you put in, that's why we got that thing called, that word in the medical field called inflammation. Coming inflamed. Anything you put in your body come inflamed. It makes a new form. Your organs have to move over. You understand? We're dealing with physical matter again. And dealing with the chemicals in your body, that's hard for people to get over because we've been taught again, or you've been used to, you only could get chemicals by dense things as when you eat them. You understand? Not realizing that your body absorbing these different frequencies, these different energies that's already touching the chemicals of your body, and that's why your body converts it into something else, as we call photosynthesis. And one of the best well-known ones around, because somebody said to me, we don't do no photosynthesis. Okay. Don't they say we get vitamin D from the sun? Ding. So that means that the sunlight touches the skin, get absorbed inside the body, activate the calcium that's going through the blood. Your blood got like 55% calcium in it. You understand? And then that interaction of those chemicals versus the sunlight, there's a little bit more to it, but it creates the vitamin D. That's synthesis, the combining or the put together of different chemical reactions to create another outcome. So you can be aware of what it is before we do all this other stuff. Now, we just learned about the vitamin D, but we got so much more to learn. Now, we're dealing with the laws of physics without a shadow of a doubt. But even when you deal with the laws of physics that we're using in our world, you got advanced physicists that still got a lot of questions, still got a lot of answers, because sometimes we look at science, it came a long ways so we could be knowledgeable like we are, but sometimes we think they got it all figured out, and they don't. That's what makes it exciting. The consciousness keep expanding. That's why every time you always see a new theory replacing a new one, a new diet replacing a new one, a new such and such replacing a new one. It keep going and going and going. And it wasn't somebody was lying on the first one. Somebody just figured something out, another tweak. And we're still finding out different body parts on the body or renaming them because we're finding out different purposes. So we got all of this good stuff. See, I'm just glad that I at least could take part in it in this lifetime. Because some of the information I already put out, some people probably looking at it like this. But somebody looking at it right now. Somebody just told me, there's a lot of scientists and doctors looking at your stuff. I know them. That's what somebody told me. They're in a prominent position. They're looking at your stuff. Just like the autobiography of a yogi. He's told them back in, 1920, you got electricity going up and down your spine. I'm sure people was in the crowd, electricity. Some people ain't even have light yet, and some people, they just got the light, but they looking at that light bulb and that electricity. That ain't in my body. What are you talking about? I can't put my hand in the socket. But now, more than ever, we know that's true. Looking at his book. I see the documentary, there was a scientist with the autobiography of a yogi in their scientific lab, looking through it, doing their experiments. This is what we're talking about. We're helping each other. And some things you could throw out the window. So we have to be careful of that. So everything I say out of my mouth might not be solid. See, whenever you got a teacher, you just believe everything they say, you got to question yourself. Right, Einstein made mistakes. And I could go on and on. People relook at it and say, but at least they got out there to throw an idea out. And then another thing, what hurts people, and I believe Einstein said this, and I'm going to say it verbatim, Sometimes you could be so much on an idea that somebody did challenge it and prove it wrong, but you don't want to accept it. Instead of being open-minded, we all say, I'm open-minded, but even on your open-mindedness, you can get caught if you don't be careful. You know what I mean? It takes a minute, especially when you put a lot of effort working on something. Somebody proved it wrong, but you're like, nah. You just didn't want your baby to be let go. So that takes a minute. To lay it down, accept that, so we can move on, that's a whole nother ballgame. So like I said, a lot of people got the memo on veganism. And I think I did that video yesterday where that guy said it's the community here in India have been like forever. And he was born like vegan. And I've seen communities in Israel, old communities that have been vegan. Very long time. People born into it, generations. But there's still people going around the planet saying, I need to eat some type of meat or animal byproducts for health purposes. They even will throw that in because I feel better. Here we go. But there's already people who broke that record too, so maybe it's a generational thing, I don't know. But we're still working on it. But there's people that broke that, so we gotta be open-minded and be willing on giving up belief systems that's not serving us no more, or already been proven not to work. But again, here's my second day, not eating or drinking, feeling good. Everything's looking tight. I've been working out, resting, getting massages, because it's all about health. That's the number one thing on my life. Nothing else matters but the center. Nothing matters but the higher vibration that is out there, but it's also in here. We cultivate it, getting used to it, working with it. So again, this is Elitom El-Amin on this beautiful day. It's a nightfall's coming in, and I'm gonna chill out till it get dark. I've been meeting lovely people just now, good conversations. Everybody's curious just to meet each other sometime. So have a wonderful, wonderful night. Or day, wherever you're at. Peace.